Um, but Yolden sees them before everyone else does, apparently. Actually, no, France sees them. Is that France's perception?
Yeah, I got a 22.
Yeah. All right, France sees them, but he's not sure what they are. But out from the smoke appears these, well, rather horrific forms, actually. They seem to have the body of a lion, but they have the face of a human head, and they have bat-like wings. And this is where we will roll for initiative as a trio of manticores appear from the dust and debris.
I am faster than a dwarf. I'm okay with this.
Anti-dwarf.
At least Vitharis is moving somewhere.
You know, Kalaya is enjoying the heat. Never this way.
Alright. This guy, well, let me just remind myself. Okay, he will actually fly over and then fly dash in. And Vitharis will go in and fight. Because he's a dragon gur. Hits and... Cool. France.
Well, that manticore sure is very close. Let's, Well, we are outside, so that's good. He will...
And the forest is already on fire.
The forest is already on fire, so that's good. You know what? They're sort of lined up, so we'll take advantage of that. France will move up here. And he'll shoot a lightning bolt down the line to Manticore 2 and number 1 down there. Reaching out a hand, the energy lashes out. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
Possibly.
Lightning bolt!
Okay. DC Dex, alright, cool. Right.
Hooray!
Natural 1 and a save, so... Also, I changed the name for fun. He is certainly hurt, and this guy not so much.
Okay. Franz ducks behind here again.
Okay. Manticore unnumbered 1 will fly up to... Actually, no, he can reach, just. He flies up to Ragmund, and then he bites, crits, and then with a flourish swings his claws at Ragmund as well.
So that's...
The first one hits.
That's
19.
12
12.
and
Yeah,
19.
12 and...
Don't forget your damage reduction.
Yeah, it's 13 damage.
Double 20, that's mean.
Yeah. Why can't I have those sort of rolls in 13th age, huh? Alright, this guy will fly over here. And then he will actually fling with his tail spikes, hurtling towards Yolden.
Ooh, those are 2 hits for 17.
Okay.
Ow.
Hmm.
Alright. Yolden.
Well, Yulden. So sad for these things because they probably lived here, now it's all on fire, now they're angry, so it's kind of understandable that they're attacking us, but they still shouldn't. So what he'll do is he'll summon some allies for this. 2 of these guys. I still haven't made a profit token for them.
Okay, sure.
Summon Brown Bear. Let's put one here, put one here. They will act on their own initiative.
Okay.
They
I'm
will
guessing
both...
after. Is that
No,
right?
they roll for it. Their
Alright.
initiative is just a d20. So they both act on initiative 15, starting next round. And with that, Yolan will join his Barry brothers in Barryness as a bonus
You're
action.
prepared. Look at that.
Yeah. He'll engage this guy.
Alright. Also, let's put you there. There we go.
Okay.
Alright, so that's you, Kalaya.
Sadly, there is now nowhere I can shoot a fireball. Every possible configuration of fireball is now impossible. Because there are bears in the way. So, that's the
I mean,
thing.
the summoned bears won't care.
Yeah, but I don't think
They
Jordan...
have feelings too.
I don't think
Bears are not
Jordan...
people. They don't
I
have
don't think
rights.
Jordan... I don't
They
think Jordan...
appear out of thin air. They're
well,
not people.
But it's either I hit the bear, one of the bears with fireball, or I hit Volparis with fireball.
No, don't hit him. Don't hit either. You monster.
Well, that means I'm going to have to do the alternative, which means move back.
And hit all of you.
And yes, I'll shoot the entire... No, I'll just... Instead,
Burn, you fools.
I'll just go ahead and hex Manticore number 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to Eldritch Blast Manticore number 2. For saves, is there any particular save you guys want weakened for the hex?
I don't have anything that target saves.
Franz, want anything?
Most of my damage spells are dex based.
I curse her dexterity.
And maybe you want to curse one of the like full health ones.
The thing is, I do more damage to ones that are cursed. I mean, there's something to be said either way.
Alright, so Dex hexed.
hmm
Alright.
And I will shoot it with Eldritch Blasts.
Pew pew.
That was terrible. Also, I need to format that better. But that was 2 9s to hit.
2 9s do not hit,
It's a
I'm
pair of
afraid.
2s.
Yeah. They do not hit, I'm afraid.
I rolled a pair of 2s. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Let me format
You
that
know
better.
my pain.
Just add an extra line between them.
That it?
Okay, that looks better.
It does. Okay.
I'm going to need to restart my Skype, so it's crashing, so I'll be back in a minute, but just continue.
You sure? Ragmund.
Okay. Ragmund will call down his spirit guardians again. Will lie around, ready to cause damage to these manticores, and he will smack manticore number 2.
That misses.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yep.
Alright. Well,
He will take damage now.
okay.
He needs to make a save though.
What save?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Alright. What happens?
Takes full damage, which is let's see, 12 damage, radiant.
12 radiant damage. Okay. Well, he will bite you for your instance. Apparently not. But he will claw you. Not. All right. Vatharis is brave and bites. Hits and does damage. And Franz.
Well, they're lined up, so
It's rather beautiful, actually.
let's go over here again and shoot another lightning bolt down the line. All three now.
The top one will have disadvantage on its saving throw.
Hooray!
All right. Dex saves all around.
Kaboom!
That's what the damage.
Yep.
The top one failed because I gave it disadvantage because it got 14.
Wow,
Yep.
look at this. Everyone's saving.
Save.
That's depressing.
All right.
Well, the top one didn't because I disadvantaged it.
That's true.
Top one dies.
Yep, it electrocutes and falls into a pile.
You know, my hex is pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wish I could hex more than one creature though. Sadly not.
And as part of the spell, Franz can fly, so he'll fly back over here.
Okay.
As lightning storms bear him up and scoots him along.
All right. Summon bears.
Yes, the summoned bears will do what summoned bears do. Just claw and swipe. And swipe even. Brown bear number 1 against the unnumbered Manticore first. Which will be... this will be a bite and a claw. The claw looks like it could hit.
Claw hits.
For a grand total of 11 slashing damage.
Did you say this is the unnumbered one?
Yeah, this is this guy against this guy.
Okay.
And then this guy against the other Manticore down here. Will
Yep.
be a bite and a claw, and those are 2 misses.
Yes, they are. All right, unnumbered one. He is not happy, but
Just to make a saving roll.
oh yeah, that makes a save roll. Fails. What's the damage?
7. Oh.
7. All right. He will bite at Yolden, and then double claw at Yolden. For 16. Yes. And then this magical will let me think. Yes, okay. Their tendencies are to fight in pairs. So he will bite at Yolden. But he will not turn away.
Manticore number 1
Sorry?
needs to make a save as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. Start rolling. Damage. Alright, succeeds.
That bite against
Ow.
Yolden as well?
Sorry?
That bite against Yolden as well?
Yeah, that bite was against Yolden. Because that's
8.
this second guy. But he can actually turn his attack against the summoned brown bear. For these two.
Yeah, the first one hits it for 8 points of damage. I'll just mark it in the label because
That's
they're
perfectly
not said
fine.
it.
That's fine. And then it's Yolden.
Well, Yolden cares not about these puny claws, for he is filled with the power of nature and will just get a Freyr bear suit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't quite know if it's rules as intended, but since I can switch in and out as a bonus action, and I get the stats of the thing I shift into, that also means current HP.
Yes.
So it's basically all I have is temporary HP, which I can refresh with a bonus action.
That's
Yeah,
true.
technically it's rules as written, so rules
Yeah.
as intended is it's written that way. So sure.
Yeah, I don't know. But
It's a grey
before
area.
before
Four.
doing that, he will bite and claw at the unnumbered manticore.
Okay.
Bite
Hits.
and claws.
Miss.
Right. And then he'll spend his second use of his wild shape to get a fresh bear.
Okay.
You know?
Get a fresh coat of bear. Fuzzy.
Because he'll do full. I will not rant about the 5th edition system. I will not. But that's my turn.
I mean, you can barely have any magical items, but you have this sweet way of refreshing your HP.
Yeah, that's true. Can't lie.
Well, let's see. Kalia is going to go ahead and move over to here. Quick action is going to reassign her hex onto this button.
Okay.
And is going to fire an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. 2 hits.
Which will be 10 damage and 13 damage.
Okay, so 23. That kills him. Ragmund.
Well, things seem to be under control. He will move over here and smackety smack.
Okay, that one hits. He is dead. What's wrong with that guy? Zorus tucks in for dinner. Franz?
Well, everything seems to be rather under control, yes. He'll move here and sap the manticore with a ray of frost.
Okay. That hits.
Mighty 5 damage.
No. It does damage at least.
It sure does.
The summoned bears.
Well, the sound bears will do as they are told, which is attack Yolden's enemies, so they'll team up against this guy. Okay, the bear on the right first with a bite and a claw.
Claw
16.
hits.
Okay, that is 9 slashing damage then. And
Okay.
the bear on the left with a bite and a claw
Claw hits.
for 12 slashing damage.
Maybe you can just make attack weapons for these guys.
Oh,
What?
Dog attack.
Oh no. Halldamir alive?
No, that was sheep's dog.
Oh.
Yeah,
Halldamir's dogs are
I'm fine.
much more tiny.
they are much more tiny.
They're more
This is
vicious.
against Ragmund.
Crit on Ragmund.
Crit on Ragmund again.
It's not a big
They
crit,
don't-
though.
They don't like Ragmund for some reason.
It's not so bad.
And then the 2 claws are against Yolden. 1 hits.
yes, the 12 hits. Because I'm a bear.
Yes. But Yolden can do shit.
Yeah, ever tried punching a bear? It's really easy until you get mauled.
It's difficult to miss the bear. I mean,
So, let's see. A bite with a 1 and claws with a 3.
Welcome to my world, right?
I don't
What
know.
happens
Well,
to hear a
in
door every-
30 range, the second attack would have at least done misdamage.
Yeah, that is true.
For Mighty 6 or something against those 200
That's-
HP columns.
That's my turn.
Oh, all right. Got that.
Kalaya will move to here, reassign her hex, and same as last turn, blast away.
All right.
The Manticore never did the save for the radiant
That's
damage.
a 9 in the bottom one, so that's probably not going to be hit. But the top one might. 16.
Yeah.
That would be 16 damage then, conveniently.
Funny enough, that is enough.
Also, it's like I've got the entire time.
Sure. Sure.
Might have died from the radiant damage as well, but we forgot to roll for it.
Yeah, you'd have
Well.
to remind me. I can't. I got too much shit to remember.
Yeah, I know.
But with that, combat is over.
Well, pretty sure manticores do not really occur naturally, or
I was going to ask if these are natives.
I don't actually know. I figured they might be.
You could do a nature, like a. Do me like an intelligence check. Shoot.
Alright.
Which things
You are.
these things come under? That's a, yeah.
Manical, 16.
Yes, they are. Technically monstrosities. But they are natural predators. Technically. Yeah, technically they are natural predators, and they roam a very large area and hunt a wide variety of prey. And they team up to kill large and dangerous creatures, possibly taking the advantage of fleeing animals to have easy food. They are, however, considered evil for all intents and purposes.
Well, we've. That shouldn't mean anything.
No.
well, since we have cleared this area of the nasty monsters, I guess we should press on.
Yes, you certainly can.
So, do we assume a mad whiz or something is burning down this forest, or do we think the key has gone out of control?
That's a question that I can't really answer
I
because
was asking the party, not you.
yeah, okay. I left it and then I was like, no one's really saying anything.
Well, Carlia should be able to detect magic and stuff.
That's true. Also
But
Carly.
only within 60 feet.
It's true.
I don't think the
I
key is
may-
within 60 feet.
I may have revealed
Yeah,
some
but it-
stuff by pushing away my bears.
No.
That's fine, don't worry.
Carly will reboot her detect magic while she's at it, though.
I mean, might tell us if the fire is magical origin.
If she can detect such. Yeah.
Pretty sure it's natural.
This is natural fire.
The point is, what started it could be magical, but it wouldn't make the entire fire magical. So.
Yeah.
The thing with fire is that you the ignition can be magical, but then it sort of takes care of itself.
Mm-hmm. Such as, many of, I think, at least two of Fran's, at least one of Fran's spells, one of my spells said it ignites unintended material.
My lightning does that.
My fireball does it as well. And of course, then I have, of course, spells that can just start fires, 3 of them.
So, how do we approach this mountain then?
Well, we didn't ask the dead dwarf king, so I don't know. How do we get into a dwarven mountain hold? Except
more
walking
like-
up to the door.
I meant more like if it's too hard to get through this burning forest. Or is it traversable?
Well, if you look north, is it a blasted hellscape of ever-churning fire, or is it actually a path we could... Walk.
Yolden could probably cut a path.
All right. That sounds good to me.
It's not untraversable. Or intraversable, I should say. It's definitely able to be traversed, as it were. But then, yeah, saying that, perhaps a survival check and perception checks would be in order.
Alright, Yolden will stare as a bear for a while.
Stare as a bear.
Yeah, bear
Did
stare.
you want your other?
Oh,
Stay.
the bear glare.
Did you want your normal token?
If you, yes, just
Okay.
give me that. So I can at least do the skill checks with that.
Nope.
He will stay a bear for a bit, and he will lead us through this fiery hellscape with
Yes.
almost a 20.
No, I can try a perception while I'm at it as well.
We'll also do a perception. Would it be
Triple sixes, except Jordan, apparently.
Would it
You're
be
the beast.
smell based?
No.
With too much smoke.
In this case.
Well, still a 19.
Wow, actually, alright. Okay. Order yourselves as you would traveling.
I
Going
mean,
to the
assuming we're going
northeast.
south, it would northeast.
We go north.
Say, yeah, you can go whatever way, really.
Go northeast.
But, northeast, alright. If you're going that way, then. DM scramble, of course. Alright, you can start heading up northeast, and I can tell you when anything that happens. How ominous is that, right?
2 hours later, we said.
Let us head northeast on this
It's
abstract
just-
battle map.
Well,
It's
all I've
suspense.
done is just duplicated this entire map, and it goes on for thousands of units.
Watch out for the
Nice.
tree!
What tree? Oh no!
Alright, here is where Yolden notices something. He notices that you guys have just come into a semicircle of what he presumes are elves. But you can't quite see them through through all of the smoke. But they seem to have you somewhat surrounded.
Right, so Yolden will make like a growling noise, looking towards the body, then towards Rufaris, who in his like whelpling voice just goes, "Elves." Yolden waves at the semicircle.
Hostile or friendly?
Yolden gestures Ragman towards the semicircle and shrugs.
Well, maybe we can talk to them. Franz, you're good at that.
Talking to elves in a burning forest? Sure.
I mean, you talk to a black dragon and everything.
You know,
You can talk to anything.
I mostly lied profusely.
It's just
but
like smoke in the way, Halldamir.
There, from Yolden's eyes, literally the smoke is just covering them. They are at the precipice of the smoke. You can, if you look hard enough, how the Yolden's shown them, you can just see the figures of them in the shadows. In fact, you can just about see that one. But they're around here, basically.
Well, Yolden would like to approach them, but it's probably a bad idea if a bear approaches them.
I'll approach.
So you're sort
Alright.
of bodyguard friends,
As you
Maybe.
approach,
keeping the forest very close.
you are indeed flanked by elves. And one of them steps forward. and says, with bow in hand but not drawn, says, "Who are you? Why are you here?"
Well, my name is Franz. These are my compatriots. We are here to investigate the strange burning, and we think it has to do with some ancient relic or some such, and we're here to try to retrieve it and preferably destroy it. We were thinking of going up to the old dwarven hold in Ilforn because we think the source is up there.
He narrows his eyes and says, "Why should we believe you? How do we not know that you are the cause of this?"
Franz looks at me. Looks around. I couldn't do this. I don't have enough
We
power for
saw
this.
what happened. We saw what happened. We saw you casting lightning.
I mean, yeah, I destroyed the manticores because they were bad. While lightning bolt ones that are forced on fire. Right?
He peers at you and says, "Perhaps it could, perhaps it could not."
Yeah, Yolden also has the expression of actually
Perhaps one could not, but several could.
I mean, we only recently arrived here. This place has been burning for days.
Mm-hmm.
We came from the west.
Press notes. We came from Daggerford to investigate.
He continues to look at you and says, perhaps you are not soot covered yet." Kind of looks to his peers. Could you roll? What's the?
Of course,
Pertinent.
I have magic clean people. Why would I ignore that?
Sorry.
Shut up.
I just got to ignore
Shut
the
up.
other character.
Don't give the elves any ideas.
Can you
Hey, my
roll me
unseen,
persuasion?
Sure.
unseen servant hide. Wait, you're invisible already. Doesn't matter.
Let's see. Persuasion. Yes, I do have proficiency in this. Meh.
13.
Could have been better.
Well, the same
Okay.
better than mine. So
After looking at his peers, he says, "We're not still convinced. You are magically aligned. You could have just cleaned yourself easily with magic."
I mean, Carlisle.
Franz shrugs. I mean, I didn't. And if you have a good look over this place, I guess you would have noticed, like Ragman said, that we have just arrived here. We haven't really... I doubt we could hide here. Looks around like in the wasteland. What would we live of? Why would we even be here still? It doesn't make any sense. No, we came here to stop it. Pfft. Some emotions to Jordan. Explain to them, you're a druid.
Yolden nods and frowns and will sort of shuffle back into his dwarf form. I'll try to. There we go. Then turning towards the elves, he'll hesitate a bit, saying, "Well, it does seem like you've already made up your mind that you're looking for scapegoats, not for the real perpetrators. You come to us and accuse us of doing these things without proof, and say that, oh, Francis' lightning magic could have caused this, but so could a thunderstorm. I don't quite see your point here." But he hesitates a bit. "Well, give us a way how we can prove we didn't do it, and then we'll do that. Because we didn't do it, so it should be easy to do."
Could you roll me a persuasion check? I will give you advantage
Alright.
because you are a druid.
That's proficiency, so 15.
You-
Hooray!
Okay. The elf's nod, looks to his companions, and they all seem to give us a curt nod and say, "Yes, we will give you the benefit of the doubt, but we want you to visit our prince. We will escort you to him, and he can make the final judgment."
So, if I understand you correctly, rather than allowing us to continue on our quest to find the real reason for this fire and perhaps find a way to also stop it, you would rather drag us along to talk to some elf noble.
Maybe the prince will know something about the mountain.
Fine, then just walk, I suppose.
They nod, and you are taken east. In fact, yes, you are taken east, and a couple of them come behind you. And the one that spoke to you actually walks among you.
I get closer to going fireball.
And yes. They all walk forward. Him included, actually. So yes.
It's gonna go for a while. Probably just move all of us.
Sure. Alright. Just jostle yourselves to how you want to keep yourselves among this group. And then I'll move you all. Doug?
No.
Okay. You travel for a while. And then you will be told to stop. And then you wait a while.
And we're killed.
Not quite. You don't hear movement. And then out from the smoke, a very elegant-looking elf with pure golden hair walks forwards. And looks to the wood elf with you and says, "Well, it's obvious that they didn't do it."
Perhaps not. See?
Thank you.
Good
he
heavens.
He looks to the rest of to you guys while he kind of slinks off and says, "My apologies, but I don't suppose you know who did this."
Not really, no. We think it has a connection to some sort of relic that was brought into the mountain some time ago. Centuries, in fact. We're here to try to recover it. There might be red wizards involved, but we're not entirely sure so far. We've had some trouble in Daggerford, and the red wizards have been involved in that, and although we've taken care of it, seems more trouble is brewing, so, might be more.
He nods and says, "But they is 1,000 miles from here. Why would the red wizards be here? And what relic do
shrugs.
you speak of?
Why do red wizards do anything? I don't know. They like power, I think. Some sort of connection to the elemental powers, we think. There was one connected to power of water who caused storms over Daggerford. This seems to be connected to fire.
He nods and says, if you are right, that would make sense. He kind of looks across at all of you and says, by the mountain, did you mean Mount Ilafan?
That's the only mountain here, so yes.
He scowls and says, there are others, but they are not named like it. Not by you, at least.
Well,
By the elves
I
and the dwarves, they are.
can only go by the name I know. And sort of shifts back and forth.
He kind of gives you almost a piercing look. And then says, with quite the steady voice, says, if you are right, and this relic that you speak of is the cause of it, and you think it is in Mount Ilafan, then I suppose we can help you get there. Perhaps guide you.
Oh, that's
But-
great.
But we would have you help us.
In what way?
Try and look for survivors. After all, there are villages here. And the villages had people. Not everyone got out. There are still treants that are lost here.
Whispers to Jordan, are treants people?
Depends on your definition.
I mean, sure. If we run across any, we'll send them your way, I guess.
He shakes his head and says, no, they must try and escape. You know how you got here, and I presume it was on the Daggerford side of the forest. Perhaps
yeah.
you could leave a trail for them.
Press blinks. I suppose. How do we leave a trail?
He gestures towards a tree right next to you, in fact. And you can see a cross cut in the blackened bark. And says, do that. And the people you tell to follow the crosses will follow them. The dim-witted half-orcs would just think it a pretty pattern. He kind of smirks.
Okay, we sure. I mean, that seems like something we can do.
Sure.
He nods and says, I would warn you, though, there are other creatures here, and it will take you some time to find the mountain. And us, in fact. We may know this forest well, but we knew it when it was lush and green. Not blackened and burnt. Gnolls and their wolves. Gnolls, goblins and wargs, and other creatures are in this forest. And likely, any creature that eats meat will be quite hungry.